People living upstate are bracing for the first snow of the season, and it could pack a wallop. The first flakes already dusted the ground earlier today in western New York, and that lake effect snow will move east, pushed by a blast of frigid air. Parts of the Buffalo area could see as much as 7 inches, up to 6 around Syracuse and Watertown. A winter storm watch is posted. And Jeff, you said earlier that there's a slight chance we can see some of that white stuff even here in the city.
Yeah, what happens is, you get those heavy lake effect snow bands, and there's such a strong westerly and northwesterly wind to push them all the way into our area. They weaken as they come over the mountains, but there could be a leftover flurry or two not too far from the city.
Oh boy.
So don't be shocked to see a couple flakes flying during the day on Tuesday.
You warned us.
I know it seems a little early, right? We head outside right now. We look across the East River. You can't really see a whole lot of Manhattan there because we have a lot of fog and mist, and we have some rain kind of re-entering the area from the west and south right now. 58 degrees is your temperature. Humidity up at 93%. Got up to 63 today. After a morning low of 54, those numbers well above average for this time of the year. So the next 12 hours, we get a pretty good dose of rainfall right through about 2 o'clock in the morning. And there can still be a few showers, especially from New York City and points east to start tomorrow. And then we'll start clearing things out in the afternoon. But look at these numbers. They're going to gradually be falling. They start in the middle 50s early tomorrow morning, probably down into the lower 50s by midday and falling through the 40s as we head into the afternoon. Check out that pretty good batch of rainfall right now moving across New Jersey, especially Ocean County getting some heavier downpours. Also some heavier downpours moving across, say, Warren County, western parts of Morris County. So right in the city, probably expect these to move in. They'll be weakening at the same time, but they move in during the next hour or two. Temperatures across the board in the 50s to even around 60 in some cases. I think that whole batch of rainfall will weaken a little bit, but there could be heavy enough areas to cause some thunder and lightning, especially south and east in New York City during the next couple of hours. Heading into tomorrow, again, to start, a lot of clouds out there. There can be another batch of rain that kind of forms and moves up the coast right through about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, and then that moves offshore by around midday. Maybe eastern Long Island still getting wet by that point. But watch what happens to the temperatures. Yeah, 50s in the morning and then falling through the 40s, despite the fact that sunshine, some brightening will be returning in the afternoon on that northwesterly wind, bringing in the drier air. And look what happens tomorrow night. This is our coldest air of the season, moving on in down to around the freezing mark, even in the city by early Tuesday morning. A lot of 20s to the north and west. And there's those plumes of lake effect snow trying to get into the Poconos and Catskills by early Tuesday morning. And maybe a couple of these survive the trip over the mountains and make it all the way down into the New York metro area as a couple of light flurries. That's a possibility during the day on Tuesday, especially midday into the early part of the afternoon, actually when the Veterans Day Parade is going on in the city. So as we head into the latter part of Tuesday afternoon, temperatures only getting up into the lower 40s despite some sunshine making a return. And you add into that, you add to the misery, the wind, which can be gusting 30 to 40 plus miles per hour during the day on Tuesday. And that means you wake up to feels like numbers or wind chills in the 20s in the city, even teens north and west. You're really going to have to bundle up Tuesday morning, and then only feeling as warm as about 32 or 33 during the afternoon. 52 for a low tonight. More rain and drizzle a likelihood, especially after midnight. Maybe a rumble of thunder, especially south and east in New York City. Heading into the day tomorrow, 55 early in the day. It's a shower in spots in the morning, wetter to the east, and then breezy brightening with falling temperatures into the 40s during the afternoon and well down into the lower 30s for a low later on tomorrow night, down to 33. That'll be our coldest since early April in New York City. Partly cloudy, brisk, and cold out there. The wind chill dropping to around 20 by early Tuesday morning. And not recovering much during the day on Tuesday. That high only getting into the lower 40s. It's windy, it's cold out there, and those winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour will make those low 40s feel like low 30s. Breezy, but not quite as harsh on Wednesday. About 51, back up to 53 on Thursday, 52 Friday, but then we scale back things into the upper 40s by Saturday. Brittany Bell has an update in the morning. It's a chilly one coming up.
A chilly update. Chillier update, Jeff. Thank you so much.
Right.
And before we go, we do have some consumer news to tell you about. Shopping could soon look a bit different at checkout if Visa and MasterCard reach a new deal with merchants. The Wall Street Journal reports under the proposed deal, merchants would pay less for credit card interchange fees, but shoppers would be able to only